All right, check it out. This one's going to be about why you need to be decisive and act, even if you're wrong, even if you make the wrong decision. And I got off a client call last night. Dude who is working through a situation, right? End of a relationship. He's young. He's trying to upgrade his life, his job. And we had a very, very important call. Hopefully I gassed him up and hopefully he sees this. But for you guys who are indecisive, this is especially for men in their 20s and even for women too, or anybody older than that. But I'm telling you, the best thing that you can do in life is to be decisive. Make a decision. When you sit on the fence or you straddle the fence or you make a decision and then you don't stick to it, or you go back, or you don't hold a boundary, or you give up your boundary, you give up your power. The longer that you stand on the fence, not picking a side or not just hopping over the fence and just walking in that direction to see what else life can bring you on your path, and you just stay still, you lose momentum, you lose energy, you lose respect, you lose power, okay? And for you young guys who make a decision, should I get back with my ex? Should I date this chick? Or should I date that chick? Or I don't know. This situation that came up on the call last night, he got out of a relationship, his choice, he wasn't being respected. I'm proud of him for making that decision. But he has a coworker that he's been looking to date or take out, and this guy has just not acted on it. And he was like, well, what do you think? She said this. And the chick said to him, she's like, hey, I'm interested, but interest fades over time. She's like, totally didn't have to do that to him, but she gave him the one up to say, hey man, get your shit together and ask me out. And he hasn't seen it yet. He's not acting. And I was like, well, have you asked her out? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, why not? And he's like, well, I don't know. Guys, you see a pretty girl at a bar, at work, whatever. The worst thing that she can do is say no, right? Just ask. Who cares? Get shut down. You're going to get a lot of no's in your life. And I'm telling you that as a man, expect to experience rejection. You're going to experience it a lot. For ladies too, right? You want something, ask for it. If it's not the answer that you want, cool, okay. You got to a no pretty quick. That's the goal. That's also the goal of entrepreneurship or selling, right? You want to get to a yes or a no as fast as possible. And I told him, I said, I always live by the rule that if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. And that's okay. So the better that you can start to ascertain people in your environment, in your work environment, in your life, in your family life, your friends, your relationships. If you ask somebody if they want to do something and it's like, maybe, hey, that's a no. Or if they go, fuck yeah, I'd love to go out to dinner on Thursday. You're like, sweet, cool. Now you're not having anxiety and depression about that thing. Stop straddling the fence. Stop trying to weigh your options. Just make a decision and go for it. Hopefully this is your sign. This is your signal. Fucking hit the gas, go for it, right? Your car is going to break down. You're going to experience failures, rejection, trauma, trials, tribulations. You got to keep going, because the best mentality you can ever have is I never lose, I either win or I learn. You bring that mentality to everything that you do. That, and if it's not a fuck yeah, it's a no. Those two things, shit, that'll change your life. I promise. All right. Book a call with me if you want to get into that mindset. If you want to build a business, if you want to upgrade and level up your life. See you guys in the next one.